What if the person you've been dreaming about was already sitting right next to you, but you were too afraid to notice? What if your biggest obstacle in love wasn't rejection, but your own habit of holding back? Stay with this story until the end, because its lesson might change the way you approach love, courage, and the chances right in front of you. There was a man who had been in love with a woman for a long time. He admired her deeply, thought about her constantly, and imagined what life could be like if they were together. But there was one problem. He was afraid of rejection, afraid of saying the wrong thing, afraid that if he finally opened up, he might lose even the small connection they already had. So instead of telling her how he felt, he wrote letters, dozens of them. In those letters, he poured out everything, his love, his longing, his fears, and the pain of not being with her. But he never sent a single one. Time passed, and eventually, the woman began to understand what was going on. She saw his hesitation, his quiet affection, and his inability to take the next step. So one day, she made the move herself. She invited him out. Now, finally, they were sitting together, face to face. The moment he had imagined for so long was actually happening, but instead of speaking from his heart, he reached into his bag, pulled out the stack of letters, and started reading them out loud. Letter after letter, he spoke about his suffering, his fears, his doubts, all the things that had kept him stuck. The woman listened, at first patiently, but then she couldn't take it anymore. She interrupted him and said, "Listen, I'm already here with you. Why are you still holding on to your habit of suffering? Sometimes the opportunity you've been waiting for is already in front of you, but fear, overthinking, and emotional habits can keep you stuck in a story that no longer exists. You don't need to prove your suffering. You don't need to rehearse your pain. At some point, you have to stop living in your head and start showing up in real life, because love doesn't need perfection. It needs presence. It needs courage. And most importantly, it needs action.